Hello from the people of the internet. I am Hyper Super Sora, and welcome back to Remembering Avatar, where I talk about the Avatar: The Last Airbender episodes completely from my memory, and then I watch the episode to see what I got wrong. Today, we're tackling the beach. I'm gonna go straight on a limb here and say Aang does not have anything to do with part of this episode. I have completely forgotten if Aang and the gang are even part of this. The only thing I can really think of is when Aang is sleep deprived and goes through the entire episode in like this weird daydream state. Like that's the only thing I can think of that's in this episode, but I don't think that's it. Because that's right before the eclipse. So the beach is mostly Zuko, Mai, Ty Lee, and Azula. Huh. We haven't had a Zuko-focused episode in quite a while. Hell, he didn't even show up last episode, really. I can remember. Anyway. Beach. What happens? Fire Lord Ozai, the Mark Hamill Lord, sends his kids and his friends off to Ember Island because he wants to do military stuff alone. So he sends the kids off on this little vacation. Where throughout the entire adventure we learn that Ty Lee has too many simps after her. I used to be one of them, so I can't really slap them upside the head that hard. And Azula is absolutely out of her element when it comes to actual normal people situations. That and Mai and Zuko suck. Like my friend Paradox points out, it's just like, these people kind of suck as a couple. He's not wrong, at least in this episode. Actually, throughout the entire series, really. Just saying, the Earth Kingdom girl. Good. The girl from Tales of Ba Sing Se. She's nice. She's good. Anyway, yeah. So, they kind of go on this beach adventure with the two old ladies that show up again. I don't fucking know about them. I remember at one point they go into swimsuits. Time for the party! And Mai covers up Zuko's eyes so he doesn't need to see that shit. I wish I had a Mai that could do that to me when I saw that. I'm gonna have to see it again now, aren't I? Oof. Anywho, let me just burn that out of my memory again. Yeah, it's gone. Anyway. Yeah. Beach. Volleyball game. Azula doesn't get it since she exploits literally every single weakness she can get. We have destroyed you for all time! Well, that was fun. Getting invited to a party. Azula doesn't understand the figure of speech, so they're there from dusk till dawn. It's dusk, so we're here. Okay. And while someone tries to flirt with Mai, Zuko blows up, Mai blows up, Ty Lee tries to teach Azula how to be normal and how to get a guy. She doesn't seem to get it that well. Failing her first attempt, then actually getting an on-screen kiss with another guy. Also, it points out how in this episode it's just like, wow, they really don't know us here now, do they? Nah, I'm gonna have some fun with that. But then she does the Azula, scares the guy away, almost literally. It's almost like you're gonna do bad things to them. I just might. Ty Lee gets cornered by all her simps. Azula makes her cry by making an insult. She actually has some genuine remorse. Zuko goes back to their old house after he leaves the party, kicks down the door, reminisce about old memories after they all started to leave the party. Ty Lee because of cornered by all the simps. Him, Zuko because of the blow up of Mai. Mai, I don't fucking remember. Her and Azula probably dragged Mai along. Because she got rejected by a guy. Thank God. So they have a fire. They're out on the beach. Each of them do a heart-to-heart, and Ty Lee is saying, those are pictures of your family. How could you just burn them? Yeah, that family's long gone. Look at the scar on his face. And they all talk about their problems. Mei was basically stuck in a gilded cage. Ty Lee had 7 identical twin sisters. Holy shit. That poor mom. And that poor Ty Lee. But 7 of them. Jesus Christ. Zuko doesn't know the difference between right and wrong anymore. His moral compass is so fucked. Like because of the decisions he's made. Hey, and he's just angry at himself for no good reason. Actually, all the good reasons. Fuck you for betraying Uncle Ira. And Azula does have a moment of compassion and of weakness. My own mother thought I was a monster. Back to being her usual self. She was right, of course, but it still hurt. And they decide to make themselves feel better by literally destroying the party and the guy's house. Yeah, that guy, who also rejected Azula, is like father or something like that, since it's his vacation home, is not going to be happy. Yeah, they bond over the fact that they burned an innocent guy's house to the ground. Ah, teenagers. This is why I don't want kids. And we see like a nice painting. Hey and Zuko get back together. Get used to that repeating. Break up, get back together. Break up, get back together. Go for the fucking, what was her name? I can't remember it. June? No. That was the whip girl. Go to the fucking Tales of Ba Sing Se chick. She will be better. I can't remember any other details, really. So let's just get right into the episode. Okay, so just got done watching the episode, and I completely forgot that Aang had a run-in with Combustion Man, or as I'm going to call him from now on, Bob. Yeah, I ran into Bob this episode, the first time. And holy shit, that was awesome! I pretty much hit the nail on the head when it came to the Zuko stuff. And I do admit, I was cringing most of the time at the beginning. But after they left the party and got to the beach, I really got invested in Azula trying to actually help out her brother, pointing out how their old vacation home is depressing to just be at, and actually trying to help him connect with people, all that junk, and the big emotional scene at the campfire. How they all spin their tails. Zula thinking her mother thinking her was a monster, her Zuko being angry at himself for not knowing the difference between right and wrong anymore, Mei for being stuck in a gilded cage, Azula, Ty Lee for wanting not be part of a matching set with their 6 other sisters. But I already talked about most of that stuff, and while, yes, it's great, and I love the point where it's just like, you know what would make this even better, Azula goes? Ah, yes. Nothing makes a tearful therapy session any better more than good old-fashioned revenge. I can't say I feel bad. It was kind of funny. The fact that they even got a painting of that, at least I think it was a painting, of them after they burned this poor man's house to the ground, it's kind of hilarious. Plus, he was kind of a dick, so I have no sympathy whatsoever. Now, stuff with Aang. Aang, talk. Aang, cover up. What? I'm wearing trunks. Your tattoos, moron. You know, that's kind of fucking funny. It's just like, how did they get an indecent exposure joke into this? Plus, I feel like, no, that line feels like something Katara or Sokka would say, not Toph. I think Toph would be the one that wouldn't care. Plus, I think it'd be kind of funny for Aang's future wife to go, no, not in front of the rest. So yeah, Toph saying, cover up, Aang. Weird. I think she should be the one that goes, relax, we're covered by mountains everywhere. No one's gonna see us. And then Aang does a stupid and goes down a natural water slide right into the right into the prying eyes of Fire Nation soldiers. They send a letter to the Fire Lord saying that the Avatar is alive. How exciting. That hawk gets intercepted by another one. More looks like a vulture, but I'm no bird expert, so I can't really say. which turns out to be the pet of one Bob, Combustion Man. I remember I called him something in a previous episode, but I don't remember what I called him. No, well. Figures out the Avatar's alive and where he's at, so he goes there. Guys, you're gonna think I'm crazy, but there feels like there's a metal man approaching us. Then, kaboom! And then the fight scene goes off. Mostly it's the gang running for their lives, cause, in the great words of Sokka, how the hell do we fight someone who shoots explosions out of their mind? Michael Bay hasn't mastered that skill yet. We don't. I'll distract him, you guys pack up and get on Appa to catch me later. Thus, the fight scene occurs of Aang running for his goddamn life as this person keeps shooting explosions at him with the eye tattoo. Even though later he burns it through the center, I imagine that's still the eye tattoo chakra going at it. And you can see how his muscles contort when he breathes in, firebending coming from the breath. Then, again, kaboom! Fucking hell. Talk about an introduction. I know this isn't the first episode he showed up in, but the build-up got exponentially better, and this, literally an explosive payoff. And the best part of the fight scene is when Aang airbended like a little shield to push him out of the way simultaneously at the explosion in Epicenter. So goddamn cool. Using an explosion to catapult himself further, or having Appa catch him later. I'm okay. Well, that was random. No, I get the distinct feeling that guy knows who we are. Yeah, he does, and he will not stop until either he's dead or you're dead. Whew, Combustion Man. Bob, goddamn, what an introduction. But yeah, other than the cringeworthy beginning of all the drama, and I even managed to close my eyes about them in the swimsuits, thank God. Although they had a moment where it's just like, who are these beautiful ladies? Can't you tell? They're us doing the pose in the picture. It's just like, I'm with Zuko with the throwing up. But yeah, whew. A good episode. Beginning's rather cringeworthy, but if you can get to that, you get to the raw emotion that happens at the beach. And you get the amazing fight with Bob and Aang. It's a fine episode, if a bit cringy at times. The beach, this one is usually held in high regards, and I can certainly see why, but goddamn, at certain points I wanted to fast forward through this episode to get to the good bits. Like, I get the point, is to show that they're really out of place in a normal setting, specifically Azula. And Zuko too. May is kind of meh, like she always is, and Ty Lee seems to thrive. Maybe it's that she's the most well-adjusted of the group? Sure, let's go with that. And she even gives Azula advice about getting guys, which seem to have worked. And then Azula stepped back in her old ways of scaring the ever-loving shit out of people. And again, her revenge is just to literally burn this man's house to the ground. Well, technically it wasn't his, it was his father's, who's an admiral, I believe. Did Zhao have a kid? Or is it someone else? I don't know. That'd be an interesting dilemma. Nah, not thinking about it, since Zhao's already dead. But yeah, beach. High regards, at least when you get past the cringe. And I can't believe I forgot about the Combustion Man scene, since it was so goddamn cool! The fact that he fucking shoots explosions out of his mind. Yeah, well, Bob is not the only combustion bender we have seen up to this point. This fight was much better than any... He was capable of sending out a lot more destruction than fucking Korra's combustion bender ever could. He has a better presence than the future one. Technically, this is the first, and she doesn't make the shoes fit any better. Oh. I think the episode's fine. I think it's good. What do you guys think of the beach? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Oh, leave a like on the video if you liked it. And subscribe for delving deeper into these characters' psychology. And Azula, we all knew you'd do something horrible to them, so don't even act like you wouldn't. Anyway, don't forget to hit that little notification bell to see when I upload all the time. Till next time, Hyper Superstore. Sayonara.